Right, so we're here for part 2 in the woods, different day. I'm just going to talk you through, show you around, see what's on offer around here. Same sort of thing again, just looking for berries and plants, and I might show you how to start a fire if I can find the right stuff. So let's have a look. Okay, what we have here is some rose hips there. Show you close up. They come in like all different shapes and sizes, but that's the most common. And you can actually eat the outer flesh of these. Can't eat the inner. They've got seeds inside which irritate, but the outer flesh is quite tasty. You can make jams or tea. Right, what we've got here is some false oats. Called false oats because they look a bit like regular oats. They're a grass. You can actually grind these up and use them to make dampers. So I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on, more in depth, when I go into making different types of dampers and cakes and stuff out of natural grasses and seeds. That's false oats. Okay, here we've got some elderberry. You can see that there. It's quite sweet. Again, not properly ripe for another month yet. But when it is ripe, it's quite nice. You can make all sorts with it, jams. Not to be confused with the false elder, which flowers slightly differently, but that's poisonous. But quite a nice berry if you can make the most of it while it's in season. Here I've found some juniper berries, or sloe berries as they're also known. Obviously these sloe berries are the ones that flavour sloe gin. Just sort of very similar to a blueberry or a grape. They are quite a bitter, like astringent taste. They're not ripe for another month from now, or two. It's September at the moment. But best thing to do is, you know, when they're ripe is when you beat the tree and they just fall off naturally. But the best in obviously making fruit leathers with them, which just involves like boiling them, mashing them up and forming them into cakes. Otherwise they can be a bit bitter and dry your mouth. Right, here I've found some cotton thistle. Just there. So since I failed at starting a fire with the cramp ball, I'm going to show you how to do it with this cotton thistle. Now obviously I'm going to be using the cottony part. Any of you that have used cotton wool to start a fire know how good that is, and this basically is pretty much the same. So you start just by plucking the hair away from the plant, and then I'll show you when I've got a bit of area to sit down. Okay, so I've plucked the cotton thistle there it is. All you do now is just separate it out with your fingers, just to help the sparks spread, and that's what creates the flame. You just have it into a little loosely packed bundle, and that's when you get your sparks stick out. Now this is still quite dry even though it's been wet, so hopefully we'll see some results. Just expose the flint. And there you have it. Quite a quick flame, but still, obviously if you've got your tinder bundle there ready, that'll light that, and that's how you've got your fire going. Obviously you can collect more of that and it'll burn for longer. That's just one cotton bud off one cotton thistle flower. Right about now it's starting to die back, so there's not much of it left, but 2 to 3 weeks ago it was all over, so you should have no problem collecting it sort of during the summertime. There you go. Okay, we've got some common hawthorn. You can see from the berries there and the leaves, obviously they've got quite a distinctive leaf shape. Again, you can eat the outer flesh of these. They have quite a hard pit, but if you get them when they're right, they're quite tasty. That's it there. Here's some monk's rhubarb. It's part of the dock family, so the leaves can be used in a similar way for nettle stings. Quite a strange looking plant. Obviously you can see where it gets its name from. Just give you a closer look there. Found an oak tree here. It's English oak or pendiculate. Obviously the wood's good for carving stuff. It's got a really nice grain to it, really dense, strong. Also here you can see obviously an acorn. You can actually make acorn tea, which is better than just hot water, something to raise morale. So you just boil them up in water, just like an infusion. Okay, here we have a plant, obviously part of the umbellifer family. There's lots of different plants in that family that look very similar. One of them's hemlock, which is deadly poisonous. A few of them are edible, but obviously with them being such a plant that looks very similar to each other, and there's quite a few poisonous ones in, it's not advisable to go picking them. Here we have common stinging nettle. Obviously I'm sure a lot of you know what this is. The leaves can be used to make tea or a soup. You can also use the stems to make sort of a cord. Not a very strong cord, but still like good enough to be used. Obviously that's getting a bit more in depth, and I'll show you how to do that later on. But obviously nettle. Right, so that's it for now. So just keep checking back and see if there's any more videos. So thanks for watching.